We'll get to best and worst in a second. So, all right, are you do you and your wife go antiquing? Do you go to thrift shops?
No, I used to do it more. I think you need to find a Goodwill store, right, or a Salvation Army store that you enjoy, that you're comfortable with, and I don't have one currently in heavy rotation right now, but I do like poking around and stuff like that.
I watch, like, once in a while, there's those shows on Discovery, whatever, the Storage Wars or whatever.
Yeah.
This was kind of one of those stories. So, tell me about this. This guy goes in and buys a jacket, an old jacket, for 58 cents.
He's in North Carolina. He finds an old West Point jacket, and he was watching. Now he's going to sell it himself. He bought it for 58 cents, and he owns a vintage clothing store.
Which is a weird price, by the way.
Yes. So he's just looking for something that he can resell. But then he's got it at home, and he starts watching this documentary on Vince Lombardi, legendary Packers coach, and notices that looks exactly like the jacket I bought. And his wife checks the jacket, and there's a name tag that says Lombardi inside it. Now, he's either being set up and he's on candid camera, or this is the most incredible thrift store find imaginable. This is like, hey, there's an Indianapolis Racers jersey. Oh, there's the name Gretzky on the inside. How weird. And you figure it out. So they value now. He contacted a Heritage Auctions in Dallas, calls them up and says, what do you think it's worth? They send the pictures and everything. The guy goes, that jacket's worth $20,000, and now it's being bid on right now. He's selling it.
It's actually a little low.
Yeah.
Given the stupid amount of money people will pay for stuff.
But it looks, I mean, it's right out of 1949. Could have bid on it $7,000, but they're estimating the value. Like, if we wanted to, we can bid at $7,000 and $7,001. Do you have any extra cash laying around? Where would you wear this? Can you see the jacket?
I think that's the point. I don't think you wear it. I think you put it up in a glass canister.
Great Halloween costume, though. You got the West, but you could wear a leather helmet. You could look like George Clooney in that movie.
Vince Lombardi did not wear a leather helmet.
No, he didn't.
He wore a chapeau of some sort. 6:51, Brady and Walker. Let's do best and worst.
Best Morgan Riley
And worst
Riley Smith.
with Brady and Walker. Charles Hilton, Riley.
Take that, Bruins.
You'll never learn, Bruins.
Best win, worst loss, best player, worst player from last night in sports. I'll take best win, and I'm going to give it to a team right up your alley, the Detroit Pistons. No, that's not true. You're not a Pistons fan. I make fun of it. But Detroit gets by Charlotte 106-78. I am somewhat fascinated by the race for 7 and 8 in the Eastern Conference. And Detroit last night moves into 10. They are just off the pace by a couple of games in the race for the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. 21-32, one game back or a half game back of Brooklyn. They have no Brandon Jennings, but that's a quality win against one of the teams that they're chasing.
And that's the team you want because, you know, we talked to Dwayne Casey about that. He's going to join us at 8:20 this morning. We talked to him after that Pistons game where it was 70% Raptors fans at the Palace. And I'm telling you, apathy is at a high. And that sounds like an oxymoron for Piston basketball. And even if they made the playoffs and played the Raptors, it'd be easy for Raptors fans to get tickets, take over the place, make noise.
It'd be great.
It's harder to do in Brooklyn and Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It's harder to do in those venues, Charlotte, Miami, whatever.
That's kind of what I want to see. I want to see a Raptors-Pistons first round.
We'll go to a Raptors-Pistons. I can show you all. We can go to Target before the game and do some shopping.
I thought they closed the Targets.
No, they're open in the States. Don't mistake that. Worst loss. Give it to the Anaheim Ducks. Their losing skid is now at 3. They went into Sunrise, Florida last night and were obliterated 6-2. Both Ilya Brizgal and the recently recalled John Gibson had to play in that particular game. Now, give credit. I'm not taking this away from Florida. They got out of the gate 3-1, up 5 or 3-0, up 5-1. But Anaheim is starting to struggle just a touch. They got Ryan Getzlaf back in the lineup, but it didn't make much of a difference. And God, they're fascinating in the playoffs. Who they'll start in goal will be fascinating. And they're still running away with the Pacific Division, right? They're going to be either the 1 or 2 seed in the West. But God, where are they going to get us? San Jose first round and LA first round. A plucky team like Winnipeg in the first round. Can't wait.